welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Isaac and I'm super excited to be back with yet another interesting video. If you're joining me for the very first time, you are welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Alright, so if you're joining me for the first time, make sure that you like this video and please subscribe to this channel. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it right here on this channel, and also try to watch my previous videos just to make yourself comfortable. Okay, so today's video is about the things you need to know before you go to Kenya. That is, if you're preparing to go to Kenya soon or you have it in your bucket list, here's one or two things that you need to know before you go to Kenya. And some of these things that I'll be sharing with you are things that are going to help you to spend less and also enjoy your stay in Kenya when you get there. Alright, so without wasting much time, let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so first of all, Kenya is an African country and it is located in the eastern part of Africa, meaning it's an East African country. The national language in Kenya is English and Swahili. They don't have seasons like spring, autumn, winter, no, nothing like that. Okay, however, they are only affected by weather change. So we have cool weather, and for the most part the weather is very cool, very comfortable, nothing too harsh, or nothing too extreme. It's a very perfect weather that they have in Kenya, I must say. And the weather is one of the things that really got me attracted to the country. Very cool weather, and I loved it during my stay in Kenya, mostly because of the weather. I don't have to worry too much. However, if you're someone that doesn't like cold like me, for some part, then just prepare yourself with cardigan or sweater, because most times it's really cool, and so you might need to help yourself. Okay, but it's not extreme. Another thing you need to know is they have a very friendly immigration process. So if you're coming to Kenya for the first time, you can actually book your visa, like you can apply for your visa online before you get to Kenya, or you can, when you get to Kenya, you can get your visa on arrival. Isn't that sweet? And to get your visa on arrival, once you get to the airport, you can just go for your visa. You can get a 30 days visa, that's multiple entry, for $50. Yeah, $50. Also, you can get a 3 months visa, that's 90 days, and that's going for $100. Also, the catchy thing about that visa is you can travel to the 3 East African countries, which is Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya. Isn't that amazing? Yes. So, and that one goes for $100. So the last time I traveled, I just decided to do that. Maybe you might just kind of like get tired, or you just want to explore this East African countries. You can just go for the 3 months visa, and then you can explore. You can go in and out, multiple entry in these 3 countries without hassle. Kenyans are really friendly, right? They are really, really friendly people. They are lovable people. They show you maximum love. Now, post COVID-19, you know that there are a lot of rules around traveling right now. Some of them mandate you to do a COVID-19 test before you travel from your home country, and that test needs to be valid. You need to do that test sometimes 48 hours or 72 hours before you travel. Okay, and they'll also tell you that once you get into the country, you need to do another test. But the last time I traveled, it wasn't mandatory. In fact, they didn't say anything about doing a COVID test in the airport. Okay, so you might worry less about having to do another COVID test. I know how crazy that test is. God, I did that test how many times? I did that test almost 4 times now. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, back to the topic. So you need to do a COVID test before you travel. When you are booking for your flight, right, you get all these requirements before. Make sure you get the requirements of the country before you go, because policies might change. The time you want to travel now, you might be obligated to do a test at the airport. So just prepare your mind. However, for now, there is no test once you touch down in Kenya. They have various mode of transport in Kenya. Interestingly, they have Uber, Taxify, and guess what, even InDrive. So as a visitor, right, it is advised for you to use anyone you're comfortable with, of course. Like, I use the same account I was using in my home country when I went there. It's very easy to use, just like you're using it in your home country, just to find your way around Kenya. And if you use Bolt, same. If you use InDriver, same. Okay. Aside that, they also have the matatu, which is the public transport, like the buses, and those transports are actually very cheap. But I would advise, again, as a visitor, it is important that you just use those other transports. But if you just want to have the experience just for adventure purposes, of course you can as well try the public transport. And they also have the border that's the motorcycle, that's what they call motorcycle, like Okada. For the internet, if you will be staying for a long time, like over 2 weeks or over a week, I would advise that you buy a SIM, and I would advise you go for Safaricom. Reasons being that while you are in Kenya, you can as well use the M-Pesa. The M-Pesa is a medium of payment. For example, you buy something in the store, you can pay with M-Pesa. You can pay your Uber drivers, Taxify with the M-Pesa, and you can only access that if you have the Safaricom line and you have registered for your M-Pesa. All right, so if you want to do that, you'll be needing your international passport to register that SIM. So whenever you're going to register, you make sure you go with your international passport. And another thing, make sure you go early to avoid the crowd. Hotel and apartment, they have the common group of hotel like Radisson Blue, Kempinski, Hilton, very nice hotels, like very nice hotels also, just like you have it in your country. They have some really nice hotels over there. However, they also have the furnished apartment. So if you're going to be staying for a long term, like say over a week or two, I would advise that because these hotels are quite expensive, all right, but you can get good prices, like you can get good deals of furnished apartments. You can as well book these hotels and furnished apartments online before you travel. You can use the booking.com or Airbnb. However, there's a trick to this, because if you book an apartment online, you might get to Kenya, you don't like the location where the apartment is. The apartment might be nice and good enough, but for the location you may not like, because if you book your whole stay before you leave, you might not like it, and it will be too late for you to change your mind, because of course you must have paid for it. So that's why I advise that you only book for a day or two. When you get there, if you like it, then you book for the whole of it, and if you don't, you can as well move on after your 1 or 2 days must have elapsed. Okay, so it's best you have someone inside to like take you around or to help you sort that out. And this furnished apartments really come really nice, like you get a kitchen, everything to yourself. So if you're someone that likes to cook your own food, you will really like a furnished apartment. It makes you feel like you are at home, like you are in your own house. All right, so that's the beautiful thing about furnished apartments, and I would advise that anyone goes for them, because of course the hotel bills are really expensive, but of course you can as well do anyone that you like. Okay, just an advice from me, being a minimalist. Okay, but if you need any help with that, of course I have a few agents there that can actually help you get the best of the best. Just send a mail to the email address in the description box, and I'll be sure to check it and respond as soon as possible. Also, they have a group of restaurants like KFC, Big Square, and so on. So I mean, it's more like your home, because a lot of things that are back in your home country, you can find 1 or 2, 3 of them in Kenya as well. Also, if you don't want to visit the restaurant like physically, you can as well book online with Jumia Foods, and they'll get your food to your doorstep anywhere you are. Also, they have the local dishes. One of them is ugali. That's like processed maize. Okay. And they also have the mukimo, which is the mashed potatoes. It's really nice. Whenever you come to Kenya, please make sure you try that out. It's really nice and I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. Okay, also for the ugali, what I do is I make the ugali, right, and I make my own soup. I'm really not a flexible person when it comes to tasting new food, so I'm very skeptical, so you understand. So that's why I'll make their own eba, right, I mean their own swallow, which is the ugali, the processed maize, and then I make my own soup like ogbono, egusi, and it just goes so well, like so well. Another thing is Kenya has malls. Oh my god, like malls everywhere, and not just malls, beautiful beautiful malls everywhere. And for the most part they have the biggest mall in Africa, Two Rivers Mall. That mall is gigantic. That mall is big, it's huge, it's beautiful. Whenever you come to Kenya, please don't forget, make sure that you make it to Two Rivers Mall. Trust me, you would love it right there. It's a big beautiful mall with beautiful views, like you would love it. It's a beautiful place for anybody to come to in Nairobi. So means of payment, like I said, you can use the M-Pesa if you get the SIM card, which is not even expensive. You can get it for $1 or so, and so it's nice if you get the SIM card, and you know, to also help your internet access, because you may not get the best of internet access with maybe the hotels or the furnished apartment. They have internet access, which is good, but if you're someone that is like extra and you need it seamless, you just have to get your own SIM card and just try that out for yourself. Another means of payment is your Visa card. Visa card is really nice and good in transactions, in doing your transactions in Kenya, unlike the MasterCard. Okay, so the Visa card has access, like you get access to use it to pay for anything, to even withdraw money from the ATM, right? But MasterCard may not be that seamless. Okay, so I always advise that you go with your Visa card, and if you have a MasterCard, that's also doable, but trust me, the Visa card will do you more good than the MasterCard. Yes, I said that out of experience. Okay, also, like every other place, you need to be very careful, like security conscious with your bags and your valuables. Don't just drop yourself. Like, it's just important that you are careful. You don't just bring out your phone or carry your bag carelessly, because of course there are also people out there that are looking for things to do. Okay, so I don't want to go deep on that one. Just make sure that you are security conscious. And so they also have game reserves and national parks. Nairobi is the only country in Africa with a national park in the city. Yes, for real, they have the national park in the city. Don't worry. It is well equipped, well taken care of, and highly secured, so you don't have lions and giraffes and elephants coming to visit. No, nothing like that. You are safe. Okay, so yeah, it's a very beautiful thing. You know, it's a beautiful place to visit. You see the wildlife. I forgot to mention, if you're traveling from an African country, you need to get your yellow card. It's very important. Without the yellow card, you might have issues at the airport, so always make sure you have your yellow card. Okay, but if you're coming from outside, I mean from an European country, I think you may not really need that. I don't really know much about that, but I know that it is mandatory and expedient for anyone traveling from an African country to have their yellow cards. Okay, what else? Another thing, not all Kenyans are marathon race runners. For all of you like me that thinks that every Kenyan is capable of running a marathon and being the first position, that's not true. Okay, so yeah, you know, watching the Olympics and all this stuff, Kenyans first, second, third in a race, I'm like, what are these people eating? Like, really? So you know, that kind of formed something in my head that all Kenyans know how to run, all Kenyans are marathon race runners without getting tired. No, that's not the deal. Okay, with what I heard, a particular set of people from a particular ethnic group or from a particular region, they are the ones that actually do that race perfectly. Not all Kenyans run. Okay, I think I've said as much as I can in this video. If you need any other information or any other thing you would like to know, you can ask me. You can actually ask me in the comment section and I'll be sure to respond. Okay, and that will be all for now until I come your way again in my next video.